Hello, welcome back to the channel. Right, before I get going today on my vinyl first play, I want to thank you all for those who commented on me Enter the Dragon picture disc. Yeah, I just haven't got a chance to reply to all your comments yet. Been working hard and all that. Just don't seem to get the time to do all these things. And I'm still getting comments on old videos. Nightmare. Also, before I start as well, last night I watched a documentary on Netflix, and it was called My Generation, and it's narrated by Michael Caine. Obviously, it's about the 60s, you know, and it's got interviews with Donovan, David Bailey, Mary Quant, you know, the short mini skirts, Twiggy, Paul McCartney. It was bloody marvellous. Comes highly recommended. And what I absolutely loved, as soon as I put it on, I wasn't sure I was going to watch it. I was beat from work. As soon as it started, the Kinks, Dead End Street. All right, started off with Dead End Street, which I thought was perfect, and then it went into Waterloo Sunset. I must admit, right, the soundtrack to this thing, it's got loads of brilliant songs, loads of Beatles songs, terrific, very British. Yeah, the sound. I don't know if there is a soundtrack out. I didn't even look. I did look at the credits. There's loads. Comes highly recommended. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. Yeah, bloody marvellous. Get a chance, check it out. Right. So, at last, today, this was bought for me last May for my birthday. I'm going to play Nirvana's Nevermind. I've only ever owned it on CD, never owned it on record, so this is kind of novel. I remember this album coming out so well. I was really enjoying Beck at that time, you know, Beck and the track Loser. I was really enjoying Beck at the time, and then Smells Like Teen Spirit. And let's be honest, we was all blown away with that, weren't we? It's amazing. So, let's have a little open, have a look at the record. Can you believe this has been sat on my shelf since May last year? I've had many a time I've fancied playing it, but I haven't been able to, or I didn't have the time to make a video of it. Ta-da! Took long enough. Right, before I have a look at the record. Right. So obviously it's part of the Back to Black series. Back to vinyl. And, yep, download card. Just fell on the floor, so I ain't going to get it. Wicked. So obviously, let me show you the cover. I'm just enjoying it myself and not showing you guys. What's the point, Stripey? So obviously there's the cover there, the front cover, the back. Ain't it weird how a blurry photograph, I mean, extremely blurry, works really well on this cover. And we got there, and then we got there. And the moment we all love. Oh, it's got a nice, I think that might be anti-static in there. Boom. David Geffen Company. DGC. Here we go. Nirvana, Nevermind. On record. Quality. Oh, it does look nice though. Nice 180 gram. Oh, stop it. This is going to be good. The only thing is, with Nirvana, I do like that. Turn up the volume. But it is only afternoon time, so I don't know what time it is where you are now. Probably by the time I've edited all this, it'll probably be either late at night or possibly tomorrow. Okay, so what do we know? about Nevermind. Nevermind is the second studio album by Nirvana, released September 24th, 1991. Like I said, by DGC Records, and it's produced by Butch Vig. And it was the band's first album on that label. Nirvana have only ever had 3 studio albums, which was Bleach, Nevermind, and In Utero. They have other live albums like MTV Unplugs and From the Muddy Banks of Whisker and all that. And also there's a couple of compilation albums, obviously the best of, which is like Nevermind, their greatest hits. No, it's not. It's called Nirvana. Sorry about that. And obviously Incesticide, which is like B-sides, demos, that kind of deal. Yeah, so only 3 studio albums. Quite amazing. The first album, Bleach, was released on Sub Pop label, but it failed to chart upon its original release. But it was well received by critics after the album was re-released by Geffen Records following the success of this, Nevermind. Despite low commercial expectations, Nevermind became an unexpected breakout success, largely due to the popularity of Smells Like Teen Spirit. By January of '92, it replaced Michael Jackson's Dangerous on the US Billboard 200 and also produced 3 other successful singles: Come As You Are, Lithium, and In Bloom. I love Lithium. I like them all, but you know. Now, the album cover shows a naked baby boy alone underwater with a US dollar on a fishing hook just out of reach. And according to Cobain, he got the idea while he was watching a program with David Grohl on underwater births and all that lot. The actual kid in there is named Spencer Eldon, and the photograph was taken by Kirk Weddle, and Spencer was the son of one of Weddle's friends. However, there was some concern because the baby's penis was visible on the image, and Geffen prepared an alternate cover where they sort of airbrushed it out, but Cobain would not change his mind. The only compromise he would have is to put a sticker over it saying, if you're offended by this, you must be a closet paedophile. Cobain just done what he wanted, didn't he? I wonder if it's got, because on here, obviously it's got your normal track listing, but obviously some of them had Endless Nameless, which was like not on there. I forgot to look at how many tracks was on the vinyl, but obviously I'm going to play it now, so I will find out. Should we do this? Let's do this. Whoa. That not only is an iconic and brilliant rocky album, this on vinyl absolutely blows the CD out of the water. The bass and the punch on tracks like Lithium, it was beautiful to listen to. What an album. Jeez, you forget how good it is. I mean, of course, I listened to a few of the singles from it, but again, all the way through. It's been a while. Fantastic. Great value for money. Another one, if you want to test out your system, it's just Chris Novoselic's bass literally was like, boom, something else. It didn't have Endless Nameless on the end, by the way. But anyway, let's quickly go through the tracks. So, opens up with Smells Like Teen Spirit. Now, again, what a way to start an album. Here we are now, entertain us. It's bloody marvellous. Kurt Cobain said that Smells Like Teen Spirit was an attempt to write a song like the Pixies. Bit of a rip-off, really. He really admired them. I was trying to write the ultimate pop song, and I was basically trying to rip off the Pixies. I have to admit it, when I heard the Pixies for the first time, I connected with the band so heavily that I should have been in that band, or at least a Pixies cover band. We used their sense of dynamics, being soft and quiet, and then loud and hard. That's Nirvana all over, isn't it? Teen Spirit is widely interpreted as a teen revolution anthem, confirmed by the music video, and in an interview conducted the day that Nevermind was released, Cobain said it was a song about his friends, explaining, "We still feel like we're teenage because we don't follow the guidelines of what is expected of us by adults. It has a kind of teen revolutionary theme." Apparently, once Teen Spirit became popular, mainstream if you like, I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, maybe one of you lot out there can confirm or whatever, Kurt didn't want to play it anymore. Really? Really? Like I said, I can't confirm that. But what a way to open an album. And it is. Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's big, it's loud. Dave Grohl's drumming's off the charts. Cobain's guitar and his voice. Fantastic. Right. Track 2, In Bloom, another single. It was released as the fourth single from Nevermind on the November 30th, 1992. The single was already released commercially in the United Kingdom. Promotional copies were released in the United States, and it shifts back and forth between quiet verses and loud choruses. Cobain used a Mesa Boogie guitar amplifier for the verses. He switched to the Fender Bassman amp suggested by Vig for a heavier double-track fuzz tone sound. It's big. Bum. It's wonderful though. And his voice in it, it's like very, like he can't really be bothered, but it's kind of monotone, and then it's just big. Bloody brilliant. That's followed by track 3, Come As You Are, and I love the bass line on this. Boom, 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 but it's just bloody marvellous. Sounds bloody marvellous when he does it on MTV Unplugged as well. Listening to this has actually made me want to go and put the DVD on. Following the album's release, the band and their management had to release a second single. And they didn't know whether to go for In Bloom or Come As You Are. But Cobain was a little bit worried because In Bloom was a little bit similar to the Killing Joke's 80s, can't say I've heard it, 1984. So after some persuasion of the management, Cobain agreed to release Come As You Are as a second single because of its commercial potential. I love Come As You Are. Well, there's not a bad song on here. Again, one of them albums. That's followed by Breed. The way this opens up, Grohl's drumming, boom, boom, really, really fast. It amazes me. Obviously, it was written by Kurt in 1989. Breed was originally titled Imodium, after an anti-diarrhea medicine used by Tad Doyle. Breed addresses themes of teenage apathy and fear within the American middle class. Right, and that's followed by, and it does sound incredible. Track 5. And this could be, yes, we love Teen Spirit, yes, we love Polly, yes, we love loads of other songs, Heart Shaped Box, whatever. But me personally, this could be my favourite Nirvana song, I think. It could change from time to time, but I never get bored with Lithium. Like I said, that quiet, boom, monotone, and then blows up in your face. Unbelievable. Lithium was released as a third single from the album, July 13th, 92. Cobain said the song was about a man who, after the death of his girlfriend, turned to religion as a last resort to keep himself alive while keeping him from suicide. Cobain said the narrative of Lithium was fictional. He said, I did infuse some of my personal experience, like breakups with girlfriends and having bad relationships. I love this song. Lithium is a drug prescribed for people with mental illnesses, like bipolar. That's followed up by Polly, pretty much an acoustic guitar and a bass guitar on this one, and I love the harmonies on this. A little bit unusual, but they just seem to work. Originally titled Hitchhiker and later Cracker, Polly dates back to 1988 possibly, the earliest known version of a home demo featuring Cobain on vocals and guitar. Cobain wrote Polly about an incident in Tascoma, Washington, involving an abduction and rape of a 14-year-old girl in August 1987. Gerald Arthur Friend kidnapped the girl while she was leaving a rock concert, suspended her upside down on a pulley on his mobile home, and raped and tortured her with a blowtorch. She managed to escape by jumping from his truck at a gas station, attracting attention from surrounding people. Cobain's addition to the story was to have the victim fool the kidnapper into thinking she was enjoying what he was doing to her, causing him to let his guard down long enough for her to escape. That's quite some story, isn't it? But I love Polly. Another one that sounded great on MTV Unplugged. Right, and that closes side one. Now we flip over to Come On People Now! Territorial Pissings. This actually has got Cobain and Chet Powers as credited for writing this. I think Territorial Pissings is in a little bit of attack on sort of like macho geezers. They call them jocks in America. I think it's a little bit of attack on them. Or it could be how cold society is. Not too sure. In any case, it rocks. It's nuts. Right, that's followed by Drain You, another great rocker. And this song's about Cobain's first kiss, I think. But a lot of people think it's about drugs. Originally titled Formula, Drain You was written in 1990. Producer Butch Vig said Drain You featured more guitar overdubs than any other song on the album. One clean track, 5 distorted tracks, 2 using a messy boogie amp, 2 using a Fender bass amp, and 1 they called the Super Grunge track, using a pedal and a Fender Bassman. It is a big sound. That's followed by Lounge Act, and I think this song is about Toby Vale, Kurt's girlfriend at the time of recording this. And apparently Kurt said to Toby, he will never ever play this live while Courtney is in the audience at the concert. So another brilliant track. Then Stay Away, and that's just a nutty one, this one. His voice when he goes stay away, it almost breaks off. He does give it. It's an anti-conformity, anti-homophobia, anti-every bloody thing. This is just crazy, mad song. And that's followed by track 11, On a Plane. Cobain said the song was about classic alienation, I guess. Although he noted that he had to change his explanation every time he was asked about the meaning of his songs, saying that his lyrics was largely taken from pieces of poetry thrown together, and that his poetry was not usually thematic at all. The lyric, don't quote me on that, is a reference to an inside joke that they was having it in the studio that week. You know, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. You know the sort of gig. Bloody brilliant song. And it finishes with Something in the Way. Another classic song. I think this was a pop at his parents', although Cobain himself suggested that the song wasn't necessarily autobiographical. Not sure. But nevertheless, bloody brilliant. What an album. Just to finish, Michael Azarad or whatever his name is, I can't say his name properly, wrote, Nevermind came along at exactly the right time. This was music by, for, and about a whole new group of young people that had been overlooked, ignored, or condescended to. It placed at 17 in 2003 list of 500 greatest albums of all time. Rolling Stone said, no album in recent history had such an overpowering impact on a generation. Magic, mate. If you're in the mood to listen to a bit of heavy, well, I think any mood. You know, I've just been at work. I come home, played it, loved it. Absolutely. Although I was priming myself for it today a little bit. I was thinking, tonight, I'm going to play Nevermind. So there you go. That was Nirvana's Nevermind on vinyl, first play. It's a must-have. It's a must-have. I mean, the album Bleach, I've not really listened to as much. In Utro, I've listened to quite a bit. But this was my fave. Well, I wouldn't mind having in Utro on vinyl. We'll see. We'll see. Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Such a shame, really. Another one. Gone so early. And lately, I don't know about you lot, I've been seeing on the internet, it's a bit more suspicious. I don't think it was that cut and dry suicide like I thought it was. I just believe whatever's on the news, although we're all starting to learn that isn't particularly a great idea sometimes. You know, with all the fake news and all that that's going around. Whatever. But yeah, there's some quite interesting documentaries on there. And it started me off when I watched the documentary. I can't remember who done it now. Damn, I'm going to regret that. I'll put his name up. Kurt and Courtney documentary. And it was really, really bizarre. Nick Love. I think it might have been Nick Love. Anyway, I'm rambling on and on. So yeah, that's it for today then, guys, really. Absolutely enjoyed Nevermind. My speakers on some of them songs sounded so good. They sounded... It's another showpiece. Turn it up a little bit. Wow. Transforms the room. Really does. I'm surprised things are still up. Right, so that's it then, guys, really. Wednesday today. Be the weekend there, probably. I'll do a video. So have yourselves a great rest of the week. And I'll be back with another ramble real soon. Take care, guys.